The Washington Wizards made it into the second round of the playoffs a year ago. The playoffs is a place that the Orlando Magic would like to get to under new head coach and former player Scott Skiles. We start you off in the first. John Wall pulling up and draining the jumper. He was 9 of 18 from the field. Now, the 4th overall pick in the draft gets going for Orlando. It's Mario Hezonja. You get to know that name. He's not afraid of anything. He can shoot it from anywhere. Scored 11 in his debut. Washington still up a single, 26-25. Here's a Diesel Dunk nominee. Look at Aaron Gordon soaring in and just absolutely mashing this one on the rebound. He had a dozen points on the game, but Washington still up by a pair. They led it by that much at the half. Third quarter, Victor Oladipo drives, loses the ball, regains possession, tosses it up. It goes down. He had a double-double. He had 17 points, 11 rebounds in the game. Orlando up by 2, but the Wizards go on a 12-2 run. Bradley Beal, nice little bounce there on a 3. He had 24 points in the game. Then John Wall, and nothing lucky about this. That's just all skill to the rack. 22 for John Wall. Then Bradley Beal again. Just throws that one up, and somehow it goes down. 82-78 your count at that point. Mario Hezonja with an answer, though. The Magic learning to find him early on, and Orlando goes up by 3, 85-82. 17 seconds left, and Washington down by 1. John Wall playing hero ball, drives to the rack and tosses that one in, and the Wizards go up by a single, 88-87. Now, watch closely here. The ball that Orlando tosses up finally, well, it doesn't go down, and it was touched on the rim. Tobias Harris took the shot. The official calls it goaltending. There you see the touch right there. It was reviewed and ruled that there was no goaltending, and the Magic were given possession. So, ensuing possession, this is Nick Vucevic for the win. The shot is no good, and Washington hangs on in a thriller by a single. Your final score, 88-87.
Bulls invaded Brooklyn. There he is, and around we go. Derrick Rose. Backing down, a little spin move, up and in, past Shane Larkin.
Yeah, a little lefty. I like that.
Wayne Ellington to Thaddeus Young there for Brooklyn. Both teams shooting lights out. 56% in the first half. Jimmy Butler. Fade away.
A little post-up action.
Yeah.
I like that.
Then it's Young. Following his own, goes with a right-hand tip. Left-handed player. Larkin to Brook Lopez here. He'll hit that all day long if you let him. Chicago's still up by 3 at that point. Derrick Rose over to Powell. Made the big defensive play last night for Chicago.
And he'll knock down that 17-foot shot all day long, too, if you don't
Yes, he will. Second half, Rose driving, hanging, and hitting.
I know it's only 2 games, guys, but I like Fred Hoiberg's offense. It's spread out. Guys have more room to operate.
Rose is 15 points on 5 of 11 shooting.
And you like to see Rose attacking the basket and getting into the lane. And when you talk about shooting, this guy can shoot it.
But you've got offensive players on this roster who are being unleashed here.
Yes,
Do you think
they are.
Aaron Brooks is happy about this development with Fred Hoiberg? You think Nikola Mirotic is happy about this development? You think Doug McDermott is happy about this development?
They said they can't sleep, Matt, because they can go now.
Lopez with the foul there as well. They got him within 11. Butler knocks down the 3, puts Chicago up by a dozen. He was 9 of 11 for his 24 points. Nikola
Splash.
Mirotic gets it rolling again. He had 18. And then it's Butler, the throwdown.
Yeah, Lionel. Yeah, that's a tough one.
The Indiana Pacers' optimism going into this season is marked by the return of one man. Paul George played just 6 games last year. DeMarre Carroll for the Toronto Raptors came over from the Atlanta Hawks in free agency, and boy, he was critical for Atlanta. There's a little push shot, goes down. He had 14 points on the game. Toronto up 6-2. C.J. Miles starting the season off right. DeMar DeRozan misses the jumper. Paul George grabs the rebound and passes it over to C.J. Miles, who just explodes to the basket and crushes that one. He scored 10 points in the opening quarter, and you can see just doing it inside and doing it outside. Shot clock sort of winding down, but he didn't care. He just wound up and took the deep shot. That goes down as well. Second quarter now, and you see Indiana on the run. This is Rodney Stuckey finishing the playoff with the layup. He scored 12 points in the first half. Indiana up by 8 at the break. Paul George here with the steal the other way, and you don't catch him there. He throws that one down. He started off 0 for 5, but that's much better. Indiana up by 9. Jonas Valanciunas. Woo! It's like a dream shake down there. 21 points, 15 big boards. Nice game from Valanciunas. And Indiana's lead's trimmed to 5. Paul George, bad pass. Kyle Lowry goes the other way, behind the back first, and then just all the way inside with a nice little layup. He had 23 points on the game. Hoop and harm on that one. Later, it's Lowry to Patrick Patterson for the deep shot. And Toronto takes a 69-66 lead. Their 35 points in the third gave them that lead. Fourth quarter now, big hammer jam from Bismack Biyombo. And Toronto's up by 10. But right back come the Pacers. Paul George ties it up. He had 17 points on the game. Then it's Jonas Valanciunas playing the offensive boards, tipping that one in with 2 minutes to go. Toronto ties it at 95. And finishing things off, DeMar DeRozan. Just a terrific fading shot there, and Toronto gets the W by 7. Final score, 106-99. The Detroit Pistons have reason for optimism. They're coming off an opening night win on the road in Atlanta, and now back home, taking on the Utah Jazz. And there's the big guy. Andre Drummond had a double-double in the opener. How did he do in game 2? How about another double-double? It's Andre Drummond. Of course he did that. 18 points, 10 rebounds. Detroit up by a single. Derek Favors. Ooh, boy, he had a big game for Utah. Gets the jam there. They go up by a pair. Who do they look to? How about Derek Favors on the jumper? 10 of 15 from the field. Utah up 44-41 at the break. Third quarter, Utah's got an idea. They're going to Derek Favors. 26 points, 6 rebounds. We're tied at 55. Utah on offense. Utah thinking, Utah sharing. Derek Favors again. That's right. Utah up 61-60. Later third quarter, Steve Blake to Andre Drummond. So it's back and forth with the big men we go. Tied at 62. After an attempted lob, Steve Blake over to, you guessed it, Andre Drummond. 69-63, Detroit in front. How about somebody else? Raul Neto outside 4-3. He's not a big man, but he scored as well. 8 points on the game. Detroit's lead at 2. Then it's Gordon Hayward driving and laying it in with less than 30 to go in the game. Utah goes in front 87-86. Back comes Detroit. They go to Reggie Jackson. Wow, wide open layup there. 19 points on the game. Detroit up by a single. Can they start the season 2-0? This is Rodney Hood, and it's no good. KCP with the block. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Detroit gets the victory by 5. Your final score, 92-87. The Miami Heat are hoping a restoration of their health restores them to serious playoff competition, and, well, that's the big piece right there. First game since February 11th for Chris Bosh, returning from a pulmonary embolism. Good to see him back. For everybody in the league, particularly for Heat fans, because he can do that. 12 points at the half, but Charlotte was up 29-25 at that point. Watch the rookie Justice Winslow drive and just crush that one home. Big jam. He had just 5 points on the game coming off the bench, but no fear from the kid from Duke just hammering that one home. The Heat led it by 10 at the half. Third quarter, D. Wade, perhaps you've heard of him, spinning, and that's just too easy for him. 20 points for Wade, and Miami still up comfortably. Later third quarter, this is Gerald Green, and he's got all the talent in the world, always has. Buries a three-pointer there. He had 19 points. That's helping the Heat if they can get scoring like that from him. They're up by 16 then, and then it's Bosh outside, poured in a three, a double-double, big double-double too. 21 points, 10 rebounds from Bosh, and Miami up by 20. Hornets not going away, though. Jeremy Lin finds a little space outside. He pours that three-pointer in. He had 17 on the game. And then another little guard for the Hornets gets right to the basket. This time it's Kemba Walker. and Miami's lead is down to 7. They're up 5 with less than a minute to go, and Chris Bosh sharing, the whole Heat team, in fact, sharing. It's Luol Deng pouring in the 3. He had 13, and Miami gets the win by 10, 104-94. New beginnings for a pair of teams looking to improve in the Eastern Conference playoff race this year. It's Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics, and there's a look at the 3rd pick in the draft, Jahlil Okafor, and he is a good one. The big fella won a national championship last year at Duke. Starts off right. He was 10 of 16 from the field. You saw the drive. There's another one. Spinning behind the backboard, flipping that one up and in. And then Okafor, you saw the spin. You'll see it again. Look at him spin around. Little push foot goes down. 10 points in the opening quarter. 26 points. 7 rebounds in his NBA debut. That's just spectacular. Boston comes back up. Jared Sullinger gets the steal and takes it the other way for the layup. He had a dozen points. Okafor did have 8 turnovers in his debut, though. Later in the second, Jeremy Grant missing. The Celtics run the other way. Isaiah Thomas, look at him just split up the defense, lay it in, plus the foul. He led everyone in scoring on this night with 27 points. And, of course, he made the free throw there. Boston up by 3. They led it by 11 at half. 3rd quarter now, same guy. Isaiah Thomas to the rack, laying it in. It's an 11-point advantage, 63-52. Back comes Philly, but not back far enough. They turn it over, and Avery Bradley on the other end, after just beautiful transition from Boston, gets the jam there. It's a 10-point advantage. So they're not totally running away with it, but that helps. Thomas outside, 0.2 seconds to go, drills the triple. Then Amir Johnson inside, flips it up and over his head. Boston goes up by 17. They win it by 17. Final score 112-95.
Oh, the NBA is back, and it's time to check out the revamped and revitalized New York Knickerbockers. Greg Monroe and the Bucks hosting the Knicks, and Monroe making an early impact on opening night for both clubs. Monroe with the assist to Michael Carter-Williams for the flush, and then Monroe with the mid-range jumper. He had 6 points, 7 boards, 2 assists in the first quarter for the home team in Milwaukee. Derek Williams, part of a 15-0 Knickerbocker run in the second quarter. Then Carmelo Anthony with the strong take and a tough shot. He made the free throw. New York began to pull away. Kristaps Porzingis with the baseline bucket. His first NBA field goal. At the half, New York led by 12. Carmelo Anthony for 3 in the third quarter. The Knicks in control, and Kristaps Porzingis getting it done in his NBA debut. Then, from outside, Porzingis to give the Knicks a 19-point lead. Later in the fourth, the alley-oop finished off by Derek Williams, and the revamped and revitalized Knickerbockers looking like it. Then Derek Williams again got the rebound and took off, ran the floor and got the off-balance jumper and drew the foul and made the free throw. He had a game-high 24 points on 8 of 17 shooting, and the Knicks debut with 122 points and a victory on the road in Milwaukee.
Yes.
No, I can't talk because I've got toxin in my mouth.
All right, you choose, man. I'll take care of the first couple of seconds so you finish sure. As the Rockets at home and the Nuggets with the big steal, Moutier under control. The manimal to the rim, Zeke.
Pow! There it is.
That's the manimal.
Yes, the manimal.
That's what he does.
Yes, indeed.
We were watching this game earlier, and saw them running a little offense through the Manimal.
That's right.
Not what you normally expect.
And it's good to see Moutier knocking down jump shots. That was one of the knocks on him early on, was his shot. So far, so good.
That was the biggest question mark about him in the draft was can he shoot, and can he shoot the three consistently after, well, a dozen-game sample in China last year. Montrezl Harrell, the wraparound. James Harden back the other way, and here's the Manimal again.
Man, unstuck. Good job, Harris. Drop-off pass.
18 and 9 for Kenneth Faried. Danilo Gallinari.
And it's good to see Gallinari back off the injury because we know he can shoot the basketball, and he's also a good ball handler.
How about this possession? James Harden got rid of it, got it back from Ty Lawson, and then kind of forced up a shot. Turned out to be a violation. 16 turnovers for Houston on the night. Will Barton with the dunk off the turnover. He had 11. Denver 26 off Houston turnovers on the night. Gallinari drops the three. Denver still leading on the road. Gallo with 23 and 8. Moutier off one leg.
I like it. That's a confident shot right there. Had Capella on him. He says, no way the big fella's going to be able to move his feet and stay in front of him.
The New Orleans Pelicans and Anthony Davis with their second game in his mini night as they move from Golden State to Portland to take on C.J. McCollum and the Trailblazers. And what a night it was for McCollum. 22 points in the first quarter. Why? Because he was on fire from downtown. 5 for 5 from three-point land in the first quarter for C.J. McCollum. That one gave his team a 43-18 lead. Damian Lillard, the only remaining starter from last year's Portland team, recorded his 600th career three-pointer. Fastest player to hit 600 threes in NBA history. Lillard with the steal and the finish. 17 points in the break. And Portland was cruising with a 27-point lead at halftime. Third quarter for Damian Lillard. He finished with 21 and 11 for the home team in Portland. Anthony Davis finishing a break in style for the Pelicans. Anthony Davis stepping outside. Bottom. Anthony Davis. One more time from beyond the arc. Score it. And Anthony Davis trying to bring his Pelicans back all by himself. He finished with 25 and 10. But it was C.J. McCollum and the Trailblazers who were too much for the Pelicans. A career high 37 for McCollum as the Blazers won their 15th straight home opener.
Cavaliers had an easy night tonight in Memphis, which that trip does not make for easy nights.
No, it's not.
Typically. Although, remember, they swept Memphis last year. Something about this matchup. King is not fazed by these Grizzlies. Look at this outlet pass from Kevin Love.
Perfect, on point, on time.
LeBron James setting up Timothy Mozgov. A lot of Cleveland fans still wishing he'd get himself back into the finals. Grizzlies, meanwhile, couldn't hit the side of the forum.
No, that's something that, over the years we've all would agree that the defense is there, they play hard, but eventually you got to be able to score the basketball.
They had a 10-point first quarter.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
Oh.
Cleveland already up by 16. Love backs down JaMychal Green and one. Love had 17 and 13. This is halftime. This guy's name is Trey. And Trey is pure from half court.
That's right.
And he wins tater tots for life.
Tater tots.
I still got mine.
You still got yours over there?
Yeah.
Tater tots for life. Does that mean you get tater tots delivered to your house every day?
I don't know. That's a great question. I'd love to know how that contract
Or
is.
do you get it once a week?
I don't know. That's a great point.
Can you imagine getting tater tots every day?
I would want. I mean, I love it. I love tater tots.
I'd
But
be
every
totted out.
day?
That's too many tots.
No, that's too many tots.
That's too many tots.
Way too many.
As much as we love them after all those tots, we might not love them no more now.
No.
It's a battle of the Golden State. No Cal against SoCal. The Clippers and the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins leading Sacramento. Blake Griffin leading Los Angeles. And it was BG and the visiting Clippers off to a hot start. Griffin had 12 points in the first quarter from outside and inside. Fast start for the Clips. They led 15-4. Then Cousins got it going. He had 15 points in the first half, made the free throw after drawing the foul. Second quarter, Griffin on the feed from CP, rocking the rims. He had 33 in the game. Clips led by 10 at the break. Second half action. Griffin again as Chris Paul becomes 15th all-time on the NBA assist list, passing Bob Cousy with that assist there. Cousins, believe it or not, made just 2 3-pointers all of last season. He was 4 of 5 from three-point land Wednesday night. Marco Bellinelli to Darren Collison. And the Kings were trying to rally. They were down by 4. Bellinelli continuing to distribute the basketball, this time to Cousins. DeMarcus with 32 and 13 in the game for the Kings. Later in the fourth, Paul Pierce working on Rajon Rondo. The post-up and the fadeaway, and the Clippers led by 2. Then Chris Paul finished off the game for the Clippers to DeAndre Jordan. And Chris Paul with the beautiful feed, and DeAndre with the beautiful finish. 11 assists in the game for Paul. He also scored 18, and the Clippers survived Sacramento 111-104, the final from the capital city. Time to take you to the desert, where one of the newest members of the Phoenix Suns, Tyson Chandler, said hello to his former mates, who welcomed their new point guard, Deron Williams, the Mavericks, and the Suns on Wednesday night in the NBA. Home team in Phoenix working the transition game. Brandon Knight with the finish on that play off the Maverick turnover. And then off the missed jumper, Alex Len finished the Phoenix break. Game tied at 17. Still first quarter, Dirk Nowitzki. No sign of old age for Dirk. Deron Williams doing what he was brought to Dallas to do, distribute the basketball. Wesley Matthews with a 3. Then D. Will getting it done himself, the nice floater. Dallas led by 9 at halftime. Second half action. Dirk felt the rhythm in the third quarter. He had 9 points in the period. Wide open 3 in transition. Then he missed the J, but got a second chance. Dirk Nowitzki finished with 11 in the game. Dallas maintaining control of the contest. Still third quarter. Dwight Powell rocking the rims for the Mavericks. Absolutely no defense from Phoenix. Then rookie Devin Booker hit his first NBA bucket, but too little, too late. Raymond Felton hit the difficult three-pointer as time was winding down the shot clock, and Dallas cruised to an opening night victory. 111-95, the final from the desert.
14 games. This was a marquee event. Kevin Durant hugging his mom during warm-ups. He was back. 27 games played last season. L.A., LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, they're playing for real now in San Antonio. And that is Parker to Aldridge for the jumper. First basket as a Spur.
This was a great game.
It was. And Russell Westbrook right back into little rage mode from late last season.
It's okay.
Weaving his way hard.
Goodness. Really ain't nothing you can do about that.
Half.
Oh, but he wasn't done.
But look at Kawhi Leonard.
Look at Kawhi Leonard, folks. Oh, give me all of that.
Durant.
That's with his left hand.
Oh, it's tough. Hands look like mitts.
Denies him. And then Kawhi just cutting through for a dunk. The claw getting to the rim. San Antonio up by 5 at the break, at the peak. Russell Westbrook takes it away from Tony Parker.
Oh.
Jam on the other end. Anthony Morrow. That's a miss, but and it's Cantor.
Nice job coming off the bench on that glass. Perfect role for him, I think, coming off that bench.
Kawhi coming back for San Antonio. A little fadeaway there. And then Leonard. Ooh, backing down Durant.
Step back.
And steps back and hits the fade. 97-90. San Antonio in front.
Oh,
Russell Westbrook out to KD.
Great call there on that pick and roll, Smitty. They got that switch with Parker on Durant. He made him pay.
Part of a 9-0 Thunder run. Kevin Durant missing the three. Ibaka rebounds and to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook, 33 in the game. 5-point lead. Kawhi drives on Kevin Durant, hits the pull-up jumper, and he is fouled. 108-106. He made the free throw. 20 seconds left.
I'm still scratching my head.
Spurs down 2, and Danny Green let that one
You know
go.
what? Credit Steven Adams, though, for not giving up on the play. I'm assuming Danny Green didn't think that he was going to come out and contest, because that was not a very good shot.
Well, there's Greg Popovich, over 1,000 regular season wins for the San Antonio Spurs, and just his second loss in an opening night game against 17 wins with the Spurs. Billy Donovan is a winner. Kobe Bryant ready to pass the great John Stockton. Again, a 20th campaign in purple and gold, the most all time. The Lakers hosting Minnesota, numbers 1 and 2 in the draft, squaring off. And Kobe, a tribute to the late Flip Saunders and Sam Mitchell, the head coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves, our colleague here at times. The Lakers unable to clear. Karl Anthony Towns jamming it home, his first NBA basket. Kobe Bryant, deep. And Kobe Bryant picked up here by Tayshaun Prince.
I remember this matchup. Good job by Tayshaun, but still, Cole.
Good D.
Better O. 50-34. It's the Lakers way out in front, and D'Angelo Russell, 2 pick in the draft, first NBA basket. 60-51. Lakers at the break. Timberwolves, though, coming back. Kevin Martin. Andy is fouled. Missed the free throw. Ricky Rubio with confidence.
Ooh, man, Ruby vision.
And this time, Ricky Rubio, there's a big ticket to the big cat, Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, that's nice.
And the game is tied at 97. Fourth quarter. You know, there were times we saw Rubio shy away from shooting the basketball. Not in this one. He pulls up, and it's a 101-99 Minnesota lead, but the Lakers not done. Lou Williams has come over to the Lakers.
Ooh, I tell you what, they got some firepower on that bench with Lou Williams and Swaggy P.
Now the Lakers down 1, 4.2 left. Kobe to Lou and Williams. Oh, in and out. That looks so good. Look this good.
It did, but Kobe Bryant was on that floor.
Wondering.
I'm just wondering as well.
Well, I ain't get that last shot.
Playing with heavy
Just
hearts.
I'm just saying too, G.
For the Timberwolves, but getting it done, and big team win for them as Rubio had 28 and 14 assists. Kmart had 23. That's a career high from Ricky Rubio. And in the battle of 1 versus 2 picks, Towns 14 points, 12 rebounds. Russell was 2 of 7 and had 4 points.
This is NBA.com, and this is the top 10 from Wednesday's action. Number 10 comes from Los Angeles. Nick Young beating the clock at Staples Center. Unfortunately, the Lakers came up a bit short to the T-Wolves. In Houston, great hustle by the Rockets. Corey Brewer denying an easy layup from Moutier. That's the kind of hustle you gotta love from the Houston Rockets. Number 8, Ish Smith to Anthony Davis for the reverse alley-oop. Pelicans came up short against the Blazers, but AD got play number 8. Here's number 7 in our top 10, Gerald Green, rocking the rims in South Florida. GG with the sky and the throwdown. At number 6, CJ Miles, north of the border. Speaking of north, he went north of that iron, and he came down with the one-hander. Number 5, Chris Paul. Oh, my! That's why DeAndre Jordan stuck and stayed in Los Angeles. Beautiful hoop. At number 4, Elfrid Payton with the miss, but Aaron Gordon was there for the put-back thunder. Aaron Gordon coming up big. At number 3, Jerian Grant to a wide-open Derek Williams. Beautiful feed and a beautiful finish. At number 2, Justice Winslow. Oh, working the baseline and slamming it home over 3 Hornet defenders. And here's number 1 from Wednesday's action, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the huge block for the Pistons to preserve their victory over the Utah Jazz. The Pistons are 2 games above 500 for the first time since March of 2009. That's a look at Wednesday's top 10.